But I also want to tell you that this beautiful actor has styled herself today. Doesn't she look beautiful? A round of applause for her, please. Yeah, she looks so spunky. Your sister's done this?
I just thought that, these days everybody's just so occupied with so many things, right? And going for events or going out to give an interview like this or meeting for that matter, Rohit, it's a fun thing for me. It's not an event, Bollywood Hungama is very close to me because I know Rohit so well. So it was just fun to experiment something that let's just do it ourselves like we did it earlier, like in school time and college time, so that the excitement stays alive rather than, oh, somebody's going to put me in an outfit, somebody's just gotten me something, and I don't know whether it really goes with my personality, but because I need to look this way, I will do it. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to really have fun because I think it's really up to you to have fun wherever you go, and I think that is missing these days somewhere. I mean, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but everything has become,
yeah. It's like what will trend, or like, this is the style right now, and maybe this is a little outdated, so wear this silhouette and wear this dress because everyone else is wearing it. I know I fall prey to it all the time. So when you say it, and when you say how strongly you want to be individualistic, I think it's a risk, right? It's a risk.
It's a risk, and I think I'm also going to follow something which I was discussing with my PR, with Savari, that I'm going to do the minimalism because, the landfill that's happening right now, and I don't know if anybody's heard about the volcanic eruption that happened 12,000 years later, which is now. I think we all are responsible. Yes, fashion is certainly something that gives us I feel it gives us an identity, it gives us an idea to live differently. But what about the planet? So I'm going to repeat my clothes. I've decided that too. And, I'm just really going to follow this, and let's see what happens. If I get trolled, let's get trolled. What the hell?
Okay. Clothes should be repeated, roles should never be. And you are somebody who has done some fantastic work. Okay, one question I know everyone keeps asking you, is season 3 of She coming, and when is it coming?
It is not coming.
Oh no.
Yes,
that's horrible. That's very disappointing indeed. But I mean, it's so iconic, right? So now you've become synonymous with Shri, synonymous with Ashram.
Yes, yes.
Right? So is that a good thing that you're synonymous with a series? Does that lead to you getting typecast, or does that help you stand out?
Well, both, because I'm glad that Imtiaz sir and me both spoke about this, whether we go ahead with the season 3 or not. But honestly, the story, जो कहानी है भूमि की, वो कहीं खत्म हो चुकी है. तो उसे drag करने में कोई मतलब नहीं है. That's what Imtiaz sir said to me, and I was heartbroken because I thought we are going to really go forward with Bhumi becoming a gangster or something like that, because there was an ultimate scope for maybe 2 more seasons for it. But that's why I respect Imtiaz sir so much, is because he took that conscious call and he did discuss it with me. He didn't say that, no, this is what I want. He said, are you okay doing this? Because we honestly worked on it together for 3 years for those 2 seasons, and they were very intense for both of us. In fact, for me a lot, because I lost my dad during that time. And I was also shooting for Ashram at that time, and there also there were scenes which were very intense. But both my directors, touchwood, honestly, I'm telling you, it's such a blessing to have directors like Imtiaz Ali, Prakash, because they know human beings, because they deal with emotions. We are in a business of emotions, right? So you have to give emotions an important aspect to your life. So they knew what I was going through, and I did shoot that, going through those emotions. I shot that because art remains as a craft, and art also remains as your life. So it has to be both. The amalgamation has to be with the both. You can't be like, मैं shoot पे जा रही हूँ. आप आपका life लेके ही जा रहे हो आप shoot पे. चाहे आप किसी भी किरदार में उसको ढालिए, पर आप उसको अपने साथ लेकर जा ही रहे हैं. आज के दौर में, I would say, the time is of actors. I would say that, because people are now wanting to see what romance can get to the table, what maybe out of the 9 rasas, what unhappiness or sadness, karuna jisko kehte hain, what that can get you, can it move you? That's all people are actually waiting to see, because we are watching so much content these days that people now want to see real emotions. I'm telling you, there are so many people watching a play now these days compared to, I mean, films to, of course, बहुत ही कम हो चुका है, but even for that matter, television or their phones, they've just like kind of gotten, you know, kind of bored with it. So they are watching live theater. Yeah.
That's true. You know, everyone wants something new, right? And now you have become somebody who's iconic on OTT, you know, on Ashram, She. Tell me, is that limiting in any way? Do you think the industry still functions like, no, we are not going to cast from OTT. For film, we have these actors. For OTT, we have these actors. Television, we have these actors. Is it limiting like this? Are you limited to a medium, or do you think, no, you do fantastic work in one place, you're going to be taken elsewhere?
No, luckily I'm not. Okay. I'm not. In fact, I'm doing my first film now. It will be announced soon. So, and I'm very happy that it's come my way, the kind of film that I wanted to do, you know, which has a cinematic experience, plus it has a character. So it's not just without a character. So that's what I'm saying, that the time is now, the time that's coming is about actors playing characters like Gurudutt साहब थे. प्यासा में कौन उनको भूल नहीं सकता यार, मतलब कौन भूलेगा उनको, बताइए आप. वो the eyes in the last scene, if you see, how can anybody forget that moment, because he lived that moment at that time. And I think now I see many actors emerging, like just say Gagan is a very, I feel like these are the very fine actors who have just like come up, surfaced. Vijay again, you know, now he did another shade of romance that he showed us. So I think it's a great time, because actors, otherwise आप देखते हो पहले तो typecast हो जाते थे, but even with Gustakh Ishq, what I saw, there's a new aspect that we see in Vijay's character. So I think similarly, when you're playing a part now, makers are also become such that they know that you can play multiple parts. Because in She, I was really not, I would say, Bhumi was never the negative, but yes, it was very intense. Yeah, and then it becomes more intense when she's an undercover like a sex worker. And in Ashram, a young girl again goes into that intensity. तो मुझे कई से लोगों ने कहा था कि या आप बहुत intense roles करती हैं. मैंने कहा नहीं, मैं तो I'm a very goofy person. I'm really a very goofy person. In fact, I want to do comedy. Right?
No, but that's why you're such a fantastic actor, right? It's easy to play yourself, but to play somebody so completely different, you had to tap into the other side, the dark side of yourself. You're playing somebody, discovering their sexuality. It's very intense indeed. Aditi, it's been, you know, a few years for you since you've known fame, since people have known you, loved you. You've gone viral a few times. Tell me, is it easy to set a trend? You know, okay, with this, I know I'm setting a trend. Or is it that trends just happen and you as an actor cannot really set them or break them?
No, I think as an actor, you're very powerful. You're a powerful medium where you can really direct maybe a Gen Z generation, now the generation that is the young generation. They do look up to actors, and I think you do have power to do that. So that is primarily the reason I pick scripts which will not be like, हाँ ये तो मैंने कर लिया ऐसे ही. मैं उसके लिए वेट नहीं करती हूँ, पर automatically the moment it comes to me, I certainly grab the opportunity, because I feel this somebody might like something like She, for that matter, was my first, and many people told me at that time also that, you know, you're probably making a mistake because you're not shown the typical pretty and this that, और इसमें से बाहर निकलने में तुम्हें बहुत दिक्कत होगी. But I was like, have you read the script? I mean, have you read the scenes? Anybody would die to do something like this. And I just went ahead with that. So I think I would really give a piece of advice, if at all you're asking me, is that go with the flow of your heart. Go with the flow with the script and the emotions in the lines of the script. And you will never ever wonder that, am I doing the right thing or not? Because when you do that, you're following your heart. And when you follow your heart, you're going to be happy.
Okay. So believing in yourself, right? And Aditi, you're somebody who has worked with such prestigious directors, right? I'm sure you can still say Imtiaz Ali was a fluke, you know, like she just got lucky. But then to have another director like Prakash recognize you as an actor to give you such an important role, I think then you're like, you know what, actually maybe I am worthy. Maybe these big directors, they see me, these big as in renowned, talented directors see me and they see something in me. So now, are you somebody, an actor who's like now waiting, I only want to work with some very well-known directors who prove themselves, or are you as an actor like, no, you know, I want to work with anybody, or is there some director on your wish list that you're like, okay, I hope he calls me, or have you called somebody? Tell me, how do you view this?
Yeah, to begin with, Imtiaz Ali sir was not a fluke. Yeah. I pestered him. I said, you have to cast me. I don't know what else to do. I'll follow you everywhere. So yeah, I did pester him, and to an extent where he got confused between my sister and me because she's a writer, I'm an actor, and he would say, oh, are you the writer? And I said, no, I'm the actor. I'm the actor. And I did make a small reel, you know, that time it was in 2019 or something, that I made a reel and I made a, like a, you know, एक रस को पकड़ के मतलब with love I made attributes of love, and I shot it with Bosco Bhandarkar shot it for me, and Sachit Paulos was the DP on it. Like I did it on my own, and I just showed it to him, and I said, now watch this and please take me in something, and that's how I got cast, because in
okay. So it was not luck at all.
No,
it was sheer hard work,
Absolutely.
Determination and perseverance that you that
with Imtiaz sir, you can hardly get lucky. You have to prove your worth, because that guy is amazing, right? He's an amazing director. Like for me, it was like a moment where Spielberg would cast me. That kind of thing when I knew that I got the part. And yeah, coming to my wish list, certainly Zoya Akhtar. Zoya ma'am is somebody I really want to work with. And there are a couple of directors who I want to work with, but certainly script for me is the boss. So if the script is great, I would love to work with a new maker also. But again, because if other things, because see, what happens is cinema is a director's medium. Theatre is an actor's medium. So there's not much that I can do if I get edited during the edit, right? Yeah. So that's one reason actors also want to work with specific directors, because who know their craft. Because, you know, automatically you're going to go ahead with from there. Like I'll tell you a small thing about Ashram, that there were a couple of scenes, like, I don't know, in the third part, there were scenes between Bhopaswamy and Pammi. They were written on spot by Prakash sir.
Wow.
Yeah, because he made that track that way, because he saw that the chemistry is going that way as characters. So that is what you get from a director who's that experienced, you know. So it's a lot of fun also then to go ahead, like do those scenes. And as an actor, you want to do that, right?
Right. And that's a revelation indeed. I didn't know he wrote that on the spot, but I do remember meeting Prakash Jha sir right when he had shot with you, and he said, there's this actor, Aaditi, you must watch her, she's fantastic, and he showed me the trailer. That time I was there to interview, I think, Bobby for that, and he told me, you know, Aaditi is there and she's done a fantastic job. So I remember that now that you're talking about him. I think that he also really appreciated your work. Unfortunately, our time is completely up. A round of applause for Aaditi here, who's been very candid indeed. I'm looking forward to your work, Aaditi. You've not revealed the movie that you're doing. I'll wait for that announcement.
Yes.
But thank you so much for being here at our OTT Fest and at Bollywood Hungama. I know they love you and we love you a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.